Are you tired of the same players winning the Ballon d'Or on career mode? Mbappe, Haaland, Vinicius, there's just no variety. Boy, I know I'm sick of it, but do I have some news for you? Well, today, we're changing things. For just the small price of a like and subscription, in today's video, we're going to be retiring every Ballon d'Or winner. Now that's a deal too good to refuse. Once again, folks, if you win a Ballon d'Or, you're retired. Is this going to change world football forever? It's go time, lads. Let's find out who the first players that could potentially be deleted and retired are going to be. Is it going to be like real life? 2023, we're going to have some not so surprising names show up. Robert Lewandowski, Harry Kane, Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland. It would be a massive shake-up if Haaland or Kylian Mbappe won it because, I mean, they're going to win it eventually. Kane and Lewandowski are towards the back ends of their career, but I'm also surprised to see Messi not nominated like real life. Although I'm not even certain you can win a Ballon d'Or outside of European football in EAFC 24. I've debated doing videos seeing if I could win the Ballon d'Or in a lesser league, so if you guys want me to do that, let me know. But who's the first man out going to be? My money is on Erling Haaland. The man whose career is ending is going to be Erling Haaland. Just as expected, the 2023, or just as predicted, the 2023 Ballon d'Or winner, Erling Haaland, which means next season, Man City are going to have to find themselves a new superstar striker. Erling Haaland retiring at the end of the season. And just to prove we're at the start of the second season and Erling Haaland nowhere to be found. But it looks like his regen has gone to Southampton. Now, this would actually be insane if we retire all these players and they get dispersed to some of the not so traditionally big clubs. Could one of these regens take a club like Southampton to European glory? The nominees here in 2024, so we've got 3 new faces alongside Kylian Mbappe. No more Lewandowski or Harry Kane. Phil Foden, Lautaro Martinez, and Vinicius Jr. I'm used to seeing these names, but I'm not used to seeing Martinez this early. Is Mbappe? Mbappe's gonna dodge it again. It's gonna be the man who I thought was least likely to win the Ballon d'Or, Lautaro Martinez, that is gonna have to retire at the end of the season. Oh my. Imagine the scenes if Mbappe goes this whole video and is nominated every year, has an incredible career, but never wins the Ballon d'Or. That would be probably a best case scenario for him. Ika Bravo winning the Young Player of the Year award. I'm curious to see how this affects the next generation, and I'm curious to see whether the regens are going to get put into this award. But it is time to say goodbye to Lautaro Martinez. As expected though, this experiment not affecting European football too much. Barcelona winning the Champions League. Man City though, losing out on Haaland and going out in the Champions League quarters. Where did Martinez's regen go? I'm curious. Oh god, there's a lot more young Argentinian players than there. Oh, I'm assuming this might be it. Jose Fernandez staying in Italy. There's so many more Argentines, so I can't be fully certain. I'm going to go based on how the overall started off though. Bologna, a Champions League club in their own right, but they're getting Jose Fernandez. Young Eskelberg though, up to an 86 overall. I'm keeping an eye on him. Still at Southampton as well. Here we go, 2025. Mbappe, nominated once again. Is he going to dodge it for the 3rd consecutive year? Rodrigo, Vinicius again nominated. Is he going to dodge it? And Saka. I think it's going to be 3rd time unlucky for Mbappe. I think this is going to be the end of his reign. Ballon d'Or winner, it's Vinicius. Oh, it's 2nd time unlucky for Vinicius. Kylian Mbappe avoids the Ballon d'Or for the 3rd straight year. Still none of the regens getting the Young Player of the Year award though, but I'm expecting a massive regen to come out of Vinicius's retirement. Right here is our final look at Vinny Jr. in his current state. I hope a club like Mallorca are ready to get the regen of a generation. Liverpool winning a Champions League this year. Curious as to whether one of their players is going to get nominated. Again though, Man City really struggling. They didn't even make the group stages of the Champions League. I need to check out how the Premier League is going. Did Inter Milan? I don't think so. So these clubs, or Inter Milan did, they actually got out of the group and they got thumped by Barcelona. Man City did come 2nd in the Premier League this year. Southampton getting relegated, so their regen could not save them. I'm going to shortlist him. He's 89 rated now. I cannot see Eskelberg playing in the championship. That is controversial. Vinicius Jr.'s regen has gone directly to Barcelona. I'm convinced it's not either Alessandro Ramos or Bruno dos Santos. Gabriel Gonçalves Torres has gone to Barcelona. Right, he's already starting off with 99 sprint speed. I love this idea. I love this. And Eskilberg has officially moved to Juventus. We all saw it coming. He's gone to Juventus. 2026 Ballon d'Or. Mbappe nominated again. Saka again. Rodrigo again. Ferran Torres into the mix. Surely it's not going to be 4 times in a row for Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe! Finally gone. I'm kind of stoked about it, but I was also enjoying seeing how long he could dodge it. But it only took 4 years, which I'm really surprised by. I thought he would be gone, if not season 1, season 2. Kylian Mbappe is going to be retiring. Santi Lopez, not sure who he is, but he has been nominated for the Young Player of the Year. I am genuinely terrified at the overall of Kylian Mbappe's regen. His regen is going to be insane. Probably the best one imaginable. Although imagine if a retired player's regen ends up winning the Ballon d'Or and we have to retire then. That's probably going to be the greatest player in footballing history. I'm kind of hoping that happens, honestly. Man City back to their brilliant best though. They have gone ahead and won the Champions League. That is so ironic. They beat Juventus in the semi-finals. Haaland's regen losing to Haaland's former club. And I mean, they also beat Dortmund, but that's probably too far of a stretch to connect Haaland's former regen to Haaland's former club. Daniel Hardy at Lyon. Lyon have just bagged themselves an absolute freak of nature. He spawns in 96 sprint speed, already a valuation of 72 million. Daniel Hardy, the Kylian Mbappe regen. Martinez's regen has already hit the overall that Martinez was when he won a Ballon d'Or, which is ridiculous to think about. But he won a Ballon d'Or at 87 rated in a FIFA sense. That is never going to happen. Bologna building themselves out a half-decent team here. I would not complain if we saw them win a Champions League. But with 3 of the normal suspects who win Ballon d'Ors every year in career mode already retired in Haaland, Mbappe, and Vinicius, I have no idea who we're going to see this year. I mean, even seeing Ferran Torres last year was surprising. Who we got? 2027. Foden. Oh, okay. We've got 2 Napoli players there in Vardachelia and Osherman. We've also got Saka. So Saka, Foden. Oh, interesting. We've seen Saka and Foden a few times, but we have not seen the 2 Napoli lads. I'm not surprised to see them though. It would honestly be a blow if Foden goes, but it is not. His first time of nomination. Vardachelia he's won the Ballon d'Or. Fair play. He wins it in 2027, but the Georgian winger is gonna retire at the end of the year. But Gabriel Gonçalves, the Vinicius Junior regen, has been nominated for Young Player of the Year. Interesting. We might start to see these players into the picture in the next few years. I don't think we're gonna have any trouble figuring out who Vardachelia's regen is gonna be. Super interesting though, because Vardachelia was 92 overall, and Eskilberg is also 92. If Juve win a Champions League this year, he genuinely might be nominated next year. We might not see him nominated though, because Dortmund have won the Champions League here over Sociedad. Juve didn't even make the quarterfinals. None of the teams, although PSG did lose Mbappe, they made the quarterfinals. But all the teams that are losing players out in the round of 16 basically this year. No real debate as to who Vardachelia's regen was. It's Terenti Baratshvili. He's joining Atalanta, so staying in Serie A. The players always stay in the same league generally. They just go to a different club. I'm not gonna lie though, I was kind of hoping that he went to Bologna. Who's nominated this year? We've got Rafael Leao, Ferran Torres back again. Saka and Rodrigo really turning into the new Mbappe though, where they just keep dodging the Ballon d'Or winning. They're playing every year, they're just not winning it. No Dortmund or Sociedad players as well though, which I find interesting. And the Ballon d'Or goes to Rodrigo. Real Madrid have now lost Vinicius and Rodrigo, but it looks like they've got a pipeline of talent coming through here. Hamadou Sonko, who is this? Curious to see who Hamadou Sonko is. 20 years of age at Real Madrid. Congolese, okay. He won Young Player of the Year at 20 years of age and just 71 overall. A Congolese striker at Real Madrid. I am confused, but I'm also equally intrigued. He might get the starting 11 spot for Real Madrid, which might see them just absolutely tank. But Rodrigo, see you later, mate. Again though, Eskilberg is up to a 94 overall. I am so confused why he's not getting nominated. And Mbappe's regen is slowly catching up, 86 overall. Barcelona have been absolutely crushing it in this video. Vinicius's regen, he's helped them win a Ballon d'Or, helped them win a Champions League title over Real Madrid. And he's sitting sitting at a 91 overall now. I would not be surprised if a bunch of the regens were nominated next year. Just for the chaos of it all, I was kind of hoping that Rodrigo's regen went to Barcelona, but unfortunately, or fortunately, it'd be good to get some more variety in there. Bruno Ramos is heading to Valencia. Quite interestingly, around him though, Bruno Ramos, 17 years of age, where a lot of them have started off at 18 or 19, so he's also starting off lower in overall, but I'm wondering if that's going to work in his favor more long term. 2029, we've got Gonçalves and Eskilberg both nominated alongside Vitor Roque and Brian Broby. Okay. I was like half joking earlier when I said imagine a regen coming into fruition, but that's a very real possibility, and we're only in 2029. Who is it going to be? Is that Eskilberg? I think that's Eskilberg. It is Eskilberg. Erling Haaland's regen has won a Ballon d'Or in 2029, and that means he's gonna retire next year. Oh, and then Mbappe's regen has won Young Player of the Year, Daniel Hardy. But Eskilberg, Erling Haaland's regen is retiring, 95 overall. Oh, I am so curious to see who comes in. Are we gonna break the game by retiring his regen? RC Lens making a Champions League semi-final, but it is Liverpool. I guess Brian Broby's their #1 man at this point, winning the Champions League. I thought, Slavia Praha's in there. Leverkusen doing well. It's good to see European football shifting a little bit through this experiment. The moment is upon us though. Emil Berg's regen is, let's just see who he is. Where are you? Oh, and he's gone to Bologna. Let's just it's Leif Peterson. He's gone to Bologna. That means, hold on, I need to check this out. So 18 years old, already 85 overall. The regen of Berg, who was the regen of Haaland. It's Haaland's grandson. Do Bologna still have Martinez's regen as well? Or they could be a juggernaut. They do not. Oh, where did he go? I mean, their side is actually cooked. 80 rated. They've got a whole bunch of 80 rated players. Adam Wharton in there. Dragoson in the defense. Oh my, I could genuinely see Bologna winning they've got an 87 rated French goalkeeper. I'm assuming Lloris's. Bologna could win a Champions League. So Jose Fernandez, which was Lautaro Martinez's regen, has gone to Chelsea. We've hit the 2030 mark, and we have already got Vardaschelia's regen nominated. It's Isak, who's playing at Everton, Gabriel Gonçalves, who is also the regen of Vinicius Jr., and again, we've got Vitor Roque. This is so interesting, man. Isak won it at Everton, he's been nominated at Everton. Didn't Vardaschelia, though, win it only a year or two ago, 2 years ago? And he's already nominated. I mean, he's already 88 overall, which is crazy to think about. 21 years of age. We might have two sets of third generation players. Who is it? I'm so curious. That is Gonçalves. That is Gonçalves. Gabriel Gonçalves, the regen of Vinicius Jr. We're about to have the third generations of Haaland and Vinny Jr. Already 94 overall at 23 years of age. Imagine the scenes if he ends up going to Real Madrid next year. He's regen. It's just, he got grandpa, a Real Madrid legend, dad, who is a Barcelona legend, and now potentially the grandson, a Real Madrid legend. Well, legend in the making. But lads, if you are enjoying this video and you aren't already subscribed, go ahead, scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. Bayern Munich have been flying under the radar in this video, but they have won themselves a Champions League. Curious to see if somebody like Matthias Tell ends up getting nominated for a Ballon d'Or. The biggest question I have though is, how did Bologna do in Serie A? Did they benefit? Bologna not doing anything. Bologna are near the relegation zone. What is going on? Their team was insane. I mean, they kept old mate Leif Peterson, 87 overall already. They kept him, but looks like they didn't do anything too well. Now, that's just not fair. That's not fair. The third generation of Vinicius Jr.'s bloodline has been discovered. Dennis Miranda, already 86 overall, and he goes default to Barcelona. He clearly loves his dad more than he does his granddad. Dennis Miranda, imagine spawning into the world, spawning in as a professional footballer, and you already have 99 acceleration and 99 sprint speed. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we could get some great grandchildren in this video. 2031, we've got, okay, we don't have any of the regens, but we've got the Scotsman, Ben Doak in there, Rafael Leao, Phil Foden flying under the radar, but we've got two, Moussa Diaby as well, so that's two Bayern Munich players. But I feel like I never see the likes of, especially Ben Doak, the Scotsman, nominated for the Ballon d'Or in these types of videos. Who is it going to be this year? We haven't had a Premier League player in a long time, and that is going to change. None of the Bayern Munich men nominated. Man City are losing their second player, just like Real Madrid. Phil Foden is going to be forced into retirement as he wins the Ballon d'Or. Oh, okay, Rodrigo's regen has been nominated for the Young Player of the Year award. Bruno Ramos, how's he tracking? He was 17 and 80 overall, now he's 19, and Bruno Ramos is 86. That's pretty good progress. But at age 31, Phil Foden wins his first Ballon d'Or and is retiring. RB Leipzig coming out of left field and winning themselves a Champions League over Juventus. Atalanta benefiting though from their players, their Vardachelia regen. Still alive and kicking, they made it to the quarterfinals. The big thing though, again, I am so curious, how did Bologna go? Bologna, I mean, they came 10th, they're stepping it up, but they are not doing as well as I expected. I thought they were genuinely going to be a Champions League contender. I'm praying Phil Foden's regen goes to a smaller club. I want to see the smaller clubs benefit from this. And there it is. Phil Foden's regen is Charlie Baxter, and he's starting life off at Leeds United. I was wondering whether he was going to go to Southampton just like Haaland's first regen, but Charlie Baxter, now a Leeds United man. We're in season 9. The nominees. We've got one regen. Mbappe's regen, Daniel Hardy is nominated, but we've got Julian Alvarez, Kubo, and Doku. Man City might be about to lose their third player overall. But the most interesting thing for me is, can Kubo be the first Japanese player, the first Asian player to win a Ballon d'Or? Ballon d'Or winner, it is going to be Kubo. We called it. All right, we've got a Japanese player winning the Ballon d'Or here in the 9th season. Kubo winning the 2032 Ballon d'Or. He's gone to 2 Champions League finals with Real Sociedad, and that's enough to win him a Ballon d'Or. And Dennis Miranda has been nominated for the Young Player of the Year award. I am genuinely thinking we're going to have a great grandchild. Just like Foden, Kubo is going to be retiring at age 31. And again, like Vardachelia, I don't think we're going to have too many problems finding Kubo's regen. La Liga player, maybe he could go to Valencia and link up with our other player, with Rodrigo, although he would be behind Rodrigo's regen. Just as long as he doesn't go to Barcelona and they create a super team, I'll be happy as long as that's not the case. I want to check in on that Congolese striker though, that won Young Player of the Year a couple years ago. Yeah, he's still at Real Madrid. Hamadou Sonko, still at Real Madrid, but I cannot see him winning a Ballon d'Or. For the first time, it is clear to see the regens stepping up massively. Lyon, who have Mbappe's regen, taking on Atalanta, who have Vartashelia's regen. That is massive. Lyon end up winning a Champions League, and that would have to make Hardy the moneyline favorite to win the Ballon d'Or and retire next year. And I mean, even clear to see that it's working out right now. In their first season with Foden's regen, Baxter, Leeds United have won an FA Cup. And even Bologna, little old Bologna, they're starting to finally get their act together. They come 6th in La Liga. Interesting. Our lowest rated regen to date, it is Toshio Hashimoto, staying in La Liga. Gone to Osasuna though, just 79 overall, but you can see he's got 1 million badges there. Starts off with 97 agility, 94 pace, so he's setting himself up nicely, and in most cases this would be an incredible regen, but given some of the players we've seen so far, a little underwhelming. Who's it gonna be? We've got 3 players that are regens nominated for the Ballon d'Or. That's hilarious. Saka, I believe he's 3rd or 4th time nominated. Daniel Hardy, Jose Fernandez, and Baratshvili. He's nominated for his 2nd time. So we're gonna have great grandchildren. But there is a 3 in 4 chance that we're gonna have another grandchild enter the atmosphere. Season number 10, the Ballon d'Or goes to Kylian Mbappe's regen, Daniel Hardy. He led Lyon to a Champions League title, and now he wins himself a Ballon d'Or. We're gonna have 95 rated Daniel Hardy. Look at all that. These regens are crazy. But of course, the 3 players that I made the comment about earlier, always winning Ballon d'Ors in career mode. Mbappe, Vinicius, and Haaland. Of course, they're the three to have their regens, their children, win a Ballon d'Or. I do have a feeling, though, we might see Osherman's regen, or Osherman be nominated for the Ballon d'Or next year, because Napoli have won themselves a Champions League. I would love Osasuna already in the Champions League quarterfinals with Kubo's regen. That's hilarious. But I would love for the likes of like Leeds United to get themselves into a Champions League. How'd they go? Because they would have been in the Europa League. They lost in the Europa League final. Phil Foden's regen losing to the regen of Vinicius in the Europa League final. Bring on season 11, where we're gonna find the third generation of Kylian Mbappe. We had Kylian Mbappe, we had Daniel Hardy, and now we have Noam Fournier. And ironically, it's another son, another third generation player going to their parents' club instead of their grandparents' club. Noam Fournier going to Lyon. Our nominees in 2034 again. I'm searching for, wait, no, because I was about to say we got 3 regens, but Adrian Kowalczyk, Polish, I'm going to assume Polish. I'm going to assume that's Robert Lewandowski's regen, a player. Is he going to avenge Robert Lewandowski, who lost in the Ballon d'Or race in season 1 and never got back there, never won a Ballon d'Or? But Vardachelia and Rodrigo's regens are nominated as well. Saka again. This is the 5th time he's nominated. And Saka escapes it again. We're going to have Vardachelia's regen, the second player now from Georgia win a Ballon d'Or. Terenti Baratshvili is going to win the 2034 Ballon d'Or. We have our 4th player now who's going to have a third generation. Fair play to him though. Stayed at Atalanta for his whole career, guided them to a Champions League final, won a Ballon d'Or, and called it a day. Boo! Boo! Toma Bogvadze, he's come in here, 17 years of age. He's gone to Inter Milan. Boo! I was liking it at the start when Haaland's regen went to Southampton. I want to see the small teams prosper. Not Inter Milan, who are winning Champions Leagues in this video. But we're entering the final few years of this experiment. Are we going to get to the point where we have a player have 4 regens win a Ballon d'Or? 2035's nominees. We've got some players. Dennis Miranda. Oh, we could have it this year. Dennis Miranda, the regen of, oh my God, this is the 3rd generation of Vinicius, could win it. We've also got Dominic Booth and Niall Webber. And of course, Death Taxes and Saka. Who is Booth though? Dominic Booth, striker. English, it's got to be Harry Kane's regen. And then Weber, Niall Weber, Frenchman, maybe Benzema. 89 rated though at Arsenal. Saka also 34 years of age. This might be like one of the final opportunities he gets to even be nominated. You see Ferran Torres, who was nominated early on. He just naturally regressed, never got forced into retirement, but also never won a Ballon d'Or. And this year, we're going to have, who is that? That's Miranda. That's Miranda. Dennis Miranda. Oh my God. Vinicius's grandson has won a Ballon d'Or, meaning next year, in 2036, we're going to discover the regen of Vinicius's great grandson. We barely got to even know Dennis Miranda. 23 years of age, already hit 95. This is absolutely crazy. I must say though, I am surprised that we haven't seen the regens of Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo spawn in. These players just get crazy and crazier though. Dennis Miranda, is his son, the 4th generation, gonna be the one to break the Barcelona trend? I don't know where. Are they gonna go to Real Madrid? Are they gonna stay at Barcelona? Are they gonna go elsewhere? Let's find out. Juventus don't have Haaland's regen anymore, but they've managed to add another Champions League title. Ghent making the semi-finals. They've done that all on their own back. I didn't help them at all. I'm sad though, I haven't seen Bologna in the Champions League group stages yet. I thought for sure they would have won themselves the Champions League. And I mean, they still have Leif Peterson, who is 96 overall, and they can't even, that's crazy that he's still staying there. Not so much that he's still staying there, but he's staying there and they're not winning anything. Barcelona have gotten away with murder here. Honestly, how did Barcelona pull this off? Vinicius, a player that is crushing it, one of the best players in the world at Real Madrid. How have Barcelona managed to get his regen in the draw of the luck of the draw, and then managed to get his son and his grandson? They've gotten 3 generations of Vinicius Jr. talent. The son, the grandson, the great-grandson. I don't know how they've pulled this off. Fabio Alves going to Barcelona as well. But the nominees this year, we got Dominic fake booth again. Brian Broby, I forgot that he was. I swear Vitor Roque and Brian Broby were nominated like half a decade ago. So good to see them stepping up. But we've only got one regen nominated. Lautaro Martinez's regen. Jose Fernandez nominated again. But for the final time in this crazy experiment, Vitor Roque is going to get his Ballon d'Or. It took him to 2036, but Barcelona's Brazilian striker comes out with a Ballon d'Or. Lads, this was absolutely insane. I had so much fun recording this. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video, click here to subscribe, and click here to watch another video.